Yeah, just having a little look. The quantum shorts. So, what's happened? Yeah, quantum. Going back to the daily, it's just a matter of observing. Only really sort of got look at it today. Yesterday I had overcommitted, that sort of thing, taking care of really important things. So, um, yeah, um, I didn't really think about it, obviously, till just last night. But having been up since the wee hours, needed to go to bed. Um, woo! And yes, health as well, very important. So, what is this? Yeah, quantum sector, quantum AI, that sort of thing. So, quantum computing, the power to exponentialize the entire human race, I suppose, with AI and everything that's doing. So yeah, a lot of these were incredibly high up. That's a 6x for RGTI, Riggedy. Uh, Riggedy Computing Incorporated, listed on the NASDAQ. And then QBTS, D-Wave, Quantum. Let's see how far. It's pretty much, 8x up there. And that was in basically a month, really, month and a half. Riggedy, what was that? I mean, from retest the breakout, so 8x in less than a month. Qubit. I don't know. A lot of range in there. Let's just take it from that pumpy pump around about there. Really, I suppose you're looking at, at least 11x on that one. The person was being really anal. Go back a long way to the peak. Wow, 20x, right? And that was in a couple of months. RQQ, AR, QQ, AR. Bloody hell's going off dirty Eddie. This is a bit of a different story, isn't it? So let's see what's happening with that. Yeah, it's the break there, isn't it? Squad that, slid down. Something along those lines there. Somewhere in there. Let's have a look at that. I suppose on the daily. Would have gone to a lower time frame for that. Test. Didn't drop down. Found its support at the bottom. $3.63 by the look of it. Thereabouts. Get the crossover somewhere in there, wouldn't you? That would have been on a better timeline. Peak 6x. What's this one doing? Blimey. They're all quite a bit of a challenge, aren't they, to trade? Incredibly far up. I'll put this to the weekly in a sec. 14x there. So they've done some fantastic. And again, that went up. Whoa, 22nd November, not even a full month. And that's done a 6x. So let's pop this off for the weekly. 3 days, see what a 3 day looks like. Whoa. How far back in time does this thing go? What's this doing? Cool, these quantum people have been about a while, haven't they? Right, so that got going 1983. They've been around since. No thing or two, don't they? And that last peak, 97. I suppose that's .com, is it? To do with that. Never suppose, just a guess. Wow. It's got a long way to go, hasn't it? A long way to go. It returns to his former glories. Well, I never. Look at that. ARQQ. When was his former glories? November 21. I suppose, that big pump to do with COVID and all that sort of jazz. Up and down. Look at it. Good Lord. Up and down in a week as well. How many days was that? Yeah. The horse is severely beat down, didn't they? Severely. That last one there. January 18, January 21. Good grief. They just go flat. And how do people trade these things, So looking at our time frame, I don't know. Good Lord. Let's see what that's doing there. I don't know how they do this. Yeah, but you see, it sort of goes flat, and all of a sudden it gets this big interest. Sort of picked it up on the internet, I think. See how far got that beaten down in the week. Let's go back to the daily, see how that looks. There you go. So what was the trade? Well, the trade was a bit like, think of that .com bubble, but played out of a much more shorter time. I suppose if it's a short, quicker time, the more rapid the rise, the more rapid the fall, in theory, as a rule of thumb. So yeah, just pop back that down to the hour, and you start getting some ideas then, don't you? Is that okay? Riggedy. Sounds like the Family Guy. Quagmire. Riggedy. That's what we're dealing with there, popping down below. Let me see. Dealing with it there, aren't they, really? There's going to be a short one somewhere. Just watching those different levels. And in there somewhere was a trade. See, that's the high. That there probably would look different somewhere else. Okay, so what we're dealing with. Slight bearish divergence, and so the RSI is coming lower, and it's can't ignore that sec, and this is popping up higher, and that slight bearish divergence in there, drops down and goes, aims to the low sides. Who knows how far it's going to drop? What have we got? Up, down, retest, and again, re-entry again there. 16:30 today, wouldn't they? Can drop at the top there, the entry points. It's just, look at there, the smallest of the lot, I think, was this one at 6.7%. But combine that with the exchanges that are available to me, they've got built-in leverage of levels, probably usually 3 to 5 x on the leverage, so that's too high. So that 6-7% times whatever it is. So yeah, it's looking a bit too much per pound on the trade, isn't it? And that's kind of repeats itself. QBTS again doing to it quite well. Next port of call, what are we dealing with? I think, yeah, next port of call, where that line is. But en route, looking at 1272 ideally. See if we can get down to that. It's just broken up, retested and smashed down, isn't it? What time did that come through? 19:30 last night. No, 20:30, 14:30, 20:30. Have a look in the 5 minutes. I think they have gapped down quite hard, some of these as well. Right there. Yeah, there we go. Found its way up. Pushed up and then popped down, didn't it? Last real opportunity, perhaps, in this very low time frame, somewhere along there. But again, what's your percentage? Where are you taking it to? Where's your stop loss going? It's a lot of money. Yeah. So around a 10% top loss is going to be too much. Look at that gap down there. it's just creating a space for me. Perhaps I'm not technically proficient enough. Is there some little secret where I could take the stop loss indicator from there, a place to place the stop loss? But 17%, more than 17%, really. It's like a 30% stop loss. Okay, there was a 40% gain on that, just near enough, 35% gain. But again, whereas, it was thundering down. Or just ignore it. Yeah, but risk what you can afford to lose. 6.63 there again. It would have been just really desperately trying to get in on there, and there's no guarantee would have filled in that 5 minutes, I suppose, on a limit order. And that candle, even in that 5 minutes, has got a range of about 14-15%. That's quite a range, isn't it? Let's have a look. QFCO. There we go. Where'd you get in on this? That gap down there, what's that? That's huge. Realistically, would have been able to do it. I doubt it. It was forming up that nice candle, wouldn't it? That sort of pivot signal in those low time frames. That's what we're looking at here. Look at the very low wealth rating in. Yeah, the EMA has rolled over and rejected off the further move as anticipated, just popping up for air and going back under the water there, going back under the waves. Yeah, I suppose you could have got what? What's in there? What was the range on that then? Still 12% in that over a few minutes. Could have popped up, got down, unfamiliar stuff. Still could have achieved something there. So 20% now. What have we got on that? Still looking for that there. 30.87. This might actually pop up a bit higher. Who knows? But who knows? See if we get a rejection of there. Pushes down to 30, which adds $40 basically. Is that a double bottom in there? Possibly ain't going to go much more, but we shall see. What point is definitely difficult to try and get in. Very fast moving, more volatile than crypto. This lot, far less structure really. There are still opportunities identified where it is to possibly able to get in, but they're far outside the real areas of risk. The parameters of risk are just not in it for me. It's a shame, but it's great watching, observing, seeing an idea and it come to fruition, but actually coming to those stocks. A little brainwave. What's all this about quantum we've been hearing the past few days, and I can see what it is. The idea, short that when everything really rolls over in tax season or something, whatever it is, and it's come a bit sooner. Right idea, too little time. My environment was wrong, and I definitely needed to go to bed last night. I was absolutely knackered, and look after my own as well. So there it is, the quantum short. It happened, but looking back in that daily chart, seeing all these different, I don't know how it will go. It's too volatile. Is that? Look at that. It's just what's going on here. It's difficult to chart up in a way sometimes, isn't it? Unless it's in these very low time frames. Yeah, might need to go to work on that and do some research and see what's there. There might be some nice day trades on there for all I know. And discover areas in this where the risk parameters are acceptable. maybe get to know it a bit more. Who knows what's around the corner for quantum? But I mean, all these little guys, these little penny stocks, they're going to be outcompeted by the likes of Google and everything else. Are people going to buy into them? See what's going on? Because I don't want monopolies. Perhaps people want alternatives to the big boys. Yeah. Babylon. Right, it's enough King Tubby. Quantum out.